Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today, I will be welcoming back Dee Wallace, and I am so excited because she is the very first returning guest who has ever sought me out. I mean, I've had many returning guests, and I'm usually the one who has to do the emailing, but her secretary emailed me on her behalf and asked if I would have her back on to promote some projects, and I cried. I mean, I was really, really touched, and I can't wait. She's got the third in the Rob Zombie trilogy movie coming out called Three from Hell, and she's doing the reboot of Critters, and her daughter has a book coming out today, as a matter of fact. And we're going to talk about all that stuff. And I'm just excited. Dee Wallace, the first returning guest who ever sought me out. So, here is my new interview with Dee Wallace.
Hi, it's Dee.
Hey, Dee, welcome back.
How are you, darling?
Oh, I am spectacular. Oh,
I love it. Me too.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming up on 500 interviews.
Wow. Well, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
We're amazing, aren't we?
Yes, we're pretty amazing.
I love it. I love that we're doing everything we love to do and doing it successfully, huh?
Yeah. Everyone loves what I do because I ask great questions and I'm politically incorrect.
Oh, well, that's why I love you so much, I guess.
Oh, I appreciate it. So I saw Death House recently. So I was told that this year you've come up on 200 movies in your career.
I know, it's hard to believe, isn't it? When did I have time to do all that?
Congrats, Thank
you.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, have you had mostly great experiences in every movie and TV show you've done?
For the most part. I mean, you can't have a whole career and have every movie, being the favorite movie you've worked on, for sure. So I've had challenges and I've had differences with my directors and stuff, but for the most part, I've got to say I've just gotten awesome projects with really great people and stuff that I'm proud of.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've talked to people who have had great experiences on the movies they've worked on. Mostly the ones that are terrible, they have the most fun on, but the ones that are really, really good, they're just really challenging.
I would say half the time that could apply. Yeah.
Yeah. So among the movies you have coming out is the long-awaited third chapter in Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses called Three from Hell. Yes.
Yes, the Rob Zombie fans will not be disappointed with this film. It's raw and it's violent and it's disgusting and it's everything a Rob Zombie fan wants. And I just got to have an enormously great time playing this very raunchy character that I play.
Oh.
And had most of my scenes with Sherry, which was a joy. She's just the nicest, sweetest lady, and as Rob is on the male side.
Mm-hmm.
And just working with Rob, it's just a thrill. He's so creative and so trusting of his actors, and anytime Rob calls, I say yes.
Mm-hmm. Wow, so it's going to be just as brutal in terms of gore and violence?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I mean, it's the mind of Rob Zombie, which is crazy to me because he's such a sweet guy. But, yeah, it's it's really back to that classic Rob Zombie. You know, he's played around in a lot of different areas in the last few years, all really well done. And I think he just wanted to revisit what he started with again.
Yeah, I think you could say that about all the directors you've worked with in horror. Wes Craven, Joe Dante, all these guys who are just really nice guys, but they just put horrific stuff on the screen.
I know. What is up with that? Although Joe works in humor in just about anything he does.
Yeah, dark humor.
You know? Yeah, dark humor. Yeah. But I mean, he made The Howling, he brought the level of that film up so much with his ideas, and he paid for all the movie clips that we used because the network didn't want to jump for the cost. And
yeah, I think it's good that this movie is going to be just as good as the first two. Yeah, I think House of a Thousand Corpses inspired a lot of today's horror movies in terms of just how dark and serious and violent that they are. You know, I think they've kind of taken out the fun element that was in horror, like when you started.
Yes, I agree, and I just think the horror genre has changed so much. I was really happy to see A Quiet Place come out last year. It was so brilliantly done, and it was really an homage to the true horror genre, as opposed to the slasher films, which is, hi, here's 5 characters. Watch how gruesomely we can kill them all off. You know, a real horror film has a story, takes time in developing relationships, and I think we're missing that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I just miss the humor that used to be in horror. You know, I mean, even The Hills Have Eyes, as dark and brutal that one was, there was some funny humor in it.
There was, and again, it took a lot of time to build relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important, because if you don't care about the people, you don't care what happens to them ultimately. And then it just becomes, let's see what you can do with the special effects and how gruesome you can be, you know? Yeah.
Especially a movie like that had a very low budget, and, you know, you guys were doing guerrilla filmmaking.
Yes, for sure. We did that whole film for $1.5 million, I think.
Yeah.
Or less.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a small budget, but you guys made it work. But this new one, 3 from Hell. Oh my God, it's got everybody returning: Bill Moseley, Sid Haig, Sherry Moon Zombie, Danny Trejo, but it's also got Clint Howard, Sean Whalen, Dan Roebuck, and very funny comedian Tom Papa.
Right. I mean, you know, and Rob has a very funny sense of humor too.
Yeah.
So it's really dark, and you know, the moments are dark, but there's this kind of absurd humor that comes through also. The fans are going to love it. Rob's fans are absolutely going to love it.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. It's taken so long to make this movie. Like, I got to a point where I was like, God, is he ever going to make a third one? And then when I found out, you know, that this one was coming out, I was like, yes, finally. Because it's been, 14 years since the Devil's Rejects.
Yep. Yeah, I know. His fans were really clamoring for it, yeah.
When I was at Monsterpalooza back in April, I saw Sid there, and he didn't look too good. When he was doing this movie, was he okay?
I didn't have a lot of scenes with Sid, but yeah, he had had a lot of demanding stuff to do in this film, and he got through it. He was, I think, ill for a little while and lost a lot of weight, and that's probably what you saw at the con, yeah. But he tells me he's just fine. As a matter of fact, he's being honored with a Lifetime Award in August, and I just got an invite to that, so I'm really happy for him.
Oh, that's wonderful. You know, he's one of the great character actors.
Yep. And again, such a nice guy.
He was a very nice guy, yeah. And he had his son and his grandson with him, and they looked exactly like him, and I thought that was so cute.
Oh my God, I've never met them. I didn't see him there. That's weird.
Yeah,
I would love to meet them sometime.
Yeah, this was the Friday night when I met him. Yeah, I thought that was just so cute. You know, 3 generations of Haigs there.
Yeah, that's great. Well, maybe they'll be at the tribute, and I can meet him there.
Yeah, probably. And you also have a reboot of Critters coming to Sci-Fi.
I do. And I had a great time doing that one, too. We got to go to Cape Town, South Africa, which is one of my favorite places on Earth. And I just had, I'm bringing back the same character, although they're calling her Aunt Dee now. Don't ask me why. But the Critters have done away with my entire family. And so I play this bounty hunter out to get them. And I read the script and I went, I can have a lot of fun with this. I don't have to, be this sweet little mom who's trying to protect her family, right?
Yeah.
So we had a lot of fun brandishing guns and working with all kinds of special effects. And my biggest concern was that they did not use CGI for the Critters.
Oh, good.
And they said, no, we're using the puppetry. And because it makes all the difference in the world. And I said, well, that's a good choice, guys, because I think your fans would have absolutely been not happy, right, around that choice if it was CGI. So before I signed on, I made sure they were doing the puppets. And it would be like, redoing Cujo with CGI. Not on your life would I ever do that.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think CGI is just ruining movies. And it's funny, last year, this one actress that I'm friends with, she was in the reboot of Fahrenheit 451, the Ray Bradbury story for HBO. And she sets herself on fire, and just that CGI fire, it didn't do it for me. It was like watching, Avatar fire, in a real movie. It was bad.
Yeah. But then again, have you seen Aladdin?
The original, yes.
Oh, no. Go see this one. The CGI they do with the parrot and the tiger is flippin' amazing.
Oh, really?
It's amazing. Yeah. I guess it's CGI. I don't think there's another term for it. But, yeah, it's pretty awesome what they did with it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, maybe I'll check that out. So basically, in this Critters reboot, you're taking over Terrence Mann's role.
Kind of, yeah. And I was Helen in the original. I'm Aunt Dee in this one. Mm-hmm. But I just, I haven't seen the whole completed movie. I don't know how much of me is left in it. But I had quite a big part, but you know how that goes.
Yeah.
But I loved working with the cast, and Bobby Miller, I just adore. I just adore that guy, the director. Mm-hmm. And I think he's going to do some big stuff.
Did you work with
him? Another really sweet guy.
Did you work with him before?
I have not, no. But he is, in all of his films, one of his specialties is puppetry and working with puppets in special effects ways. So probably one of the considerations why they brought him on. But he was great. He was great to work with and had some great ideas and just was real easy and pleasant and yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to bring back the creature genre. I heard that there's going to be a new Gremlins, and it's going to be really dark.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I hope they get Joe to direct it.
Yeah, I don't know if he has any involvement in it, but I was seeing on Facebook, it's going to be really dark and really twisted, a lot more than the first two. And I think Charlie Band is like trying to do another Ghoulies or something like that. But like the Creature movie, yeah, they're coming back.
Well, I wonder how the fans will feel about that with Critters, because that was part of why we loved Critters so much was the humor. I mean, not Critters. Joe's film.
Gremlins.
Gremlins. Was that kind of tongue-in-cheek humor along with the horror. So, well, I'll be interested in see how the fans react to that.
Yeah.
Because you build up an expectation with the originals of the style of what it is. Like if Rob made Three from Hell funny, even though there's some really, really, really dark, I wouldn't call them funny moments, but dark humor moments in him. But I think if he tried to make that funny, the fans wouldn't like it because that's not what they're expecting. That's not the original, right?
Yeah.
Not the original flavor which they're going to be expecting. So it'll be interesting to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that he's staying on course with the series and all and stuff, and all that. But I'm getting excited about the new Critters, though. I think that's going to be really entertaining.
Oh yeah, it from what I saw when I was there, it looks like a lot of fun, and it's got a couple of really great reviews, I think, out there already about how much fun it is and how good it is.
Yeah, I think Mick Garris did a good job with the second one, but then the sequels after that weren't that good because I think New Line sold the series to Vestron, and then Vestron went under when the third or fourth one was coming out and stuff, and they just couldn't make them as good as the first two.
Well, not being involved in them, baby, I can't really speak to why they made it or why they didn't, but unfortunately, like The Howling, a lot of times your follow-up films go for the lower denominator.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually interviewing the director of Howling 2 and 3 soon.
Oh, well, don't tell him I said that then.
I won't. So, and your daughter has a book out today called Eat, Pray, Fuck My Life.
Yep. Eat, Pray, #FML. And people are already all over Facebook loving this book. Even my clients, my healing clients that are 50 and over, they're writing me going, oh my God, I'm laughing, I'm crying, I wish I had this book when I was dealing with relationships. So, we've all been screwed in relationships at one time or another. Mm-hmm. And this book gives a lot of insight and honesty about that, and how you can choose to really get your power back from all that. So everybody go! Pick up the book. Go to Amazon. Buy the book.
So
Gabrielle Stone is her name.
Yeah, I saw her interviewed on this podcast. She looks and talks just like you, and she has your sense of humor.
We hear that quite a bit. Yeah, we're best friends, and we're kind of clones.
Yeah.
But she also has a lot of talents. She's a really great director. Just finished her second short film, which is awesome. And she's got kind of a harder edge than I do. So we are different, but very much alike in what we love and who we are and how we speak, especially. She did this showcase, and she got finished, and the casting director said, "Anybody ever tell you you're like a young Dee Wallace?" And she said, "Yeah, every day. She's my mom." But I thought that was pretty astute from the casting director,
Yeah, that is cute. Yeah, another frequent guest of mine, Diane Franklin, her daughter is a clone of her too. The only difference is Diane works with children, so she doesn't like to swear when doing a podcast, but her daughter swears a lot, and it's so awesome.
Yes, well, I have those two sides of me, the one that does all the horror films and the other side that heals people from all the horror in their lives. So,
Yeah.
And I find that the F word follows me wherever I go. So.
Love it. Yeah. So this book she wrote, so it's taken from her own divorce.
Yeah, she was married a year and a half, and we found out he had been having an affair for 6 months with a 19-year-old.
Oh.
So she went through a pretty tough divorce, and afterwards fell madly in love, as one often does after a divorce, with this guy, and had this mad fling, and he said, "Oh, you have to travel Europe with me." In 2 days before they were supposed to leave, he said, "I need to go by myself." So within the span of less than a year, she had experienced 2 devastations of being abandoned in relationships. And she looked at me and she said, "Mom, my worst fear is being alone, so I'm going to go by myself." And she did, and she traveled Europe and stayed in hostels and didn't know where she was going next. And better man than I can get in, I couldn't do that. But it literally has changed her life. And so she wrote about the journey of what happened to her and all her adventures in Europe and trying to find herself and get her power back again. And it's a universal story. I think people are going to be really moved, and it's like every page you go, "Holy hell, that happened now." I mean, it's just one thing after another. So, yeah, I'm really, really proud of her, and I think it's going to help a lot of people. And oh, by the way, all my books are available on Amazon too.
Yeah, I used to get cheated on a lot by girls that I dated, and then I started dating guys more, and I was much better off. I'd rather hang out with girls than go out with them or fuck them.
Yeah, well, so it took that to find out who you really are, right, and what made you happy. And I think that's the point, is that once we find out what doesn't make us happy, we don't stay there. We create the thing that's going to make us happy. But
yeah,
and all that, and then they wonder why they're still unhappy when they're 70 years old, right? Mm-hmm. So if you don't like it, change it. If you don't like yourself, change you, so you can get what you want.
Exactly. So if that other girl was 19, how old was Gabrielle at the time?
Well, she was 28, 29.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Oh my God, that's terrible.
Yeah, it was really devastating. I mean, that soon into your marriage, give me a break.
It's funny. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, do you? I just said I don't think he tried very hard.
No, I don't think he tried at all. But yeah, I'm 36, and it's funny. I've talked to friends my own age about this. It's really hard for a lot of people in my generation and a little younger to find the one and stuff. And I think a lot of it is because we had baby boomer parents who in some cases, not all, some of them were very selfish and didn't give them a lot of attention to teach them what true love was and stuff. So a lot of us we had to find out by watching porn and learning from our friends on the streets and stuff.
Oh, you think you're gonna find out what true love is by watching porn, baby?
Well, I mean, just love and sex in general. I mean,
yeah, well, love and
both.
sex are entirely different things, as we know, right?
Yes.
So I think it's when people get confused that they're the same thing, and then you've really got to work your way out of that.
Yeah. I mean, like, for love, we had to learn, by reading romance novels or, learning from our friends, learning about sex from our friends and watching porn, that was basically what my generation and younger has had to do. And I think that's why, because, the older generations, I mean, there's marriages there that have lasted 40 years,
Yes, and in my generation, we were taught to stay whether we were happy or not.
Yeah.
And that's not good either.
Yeah.
So, relationships are challenging any way you look at it. And I think the most important thing is you've got to start with loving yourself. Because when you love yourself, you want to give yourself the best, and you also want to give the other person the best. And so many of us just haven't been taught to love and respect ourselves.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think a lot of people nowadays, they really need to, get out of a bad marriage if they're not happy,
Absolutely. I agree. Life's too long, right?
Life's too long, yeah. And how's your healing podcast going?
Fabulous. It's going great. It's on every Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. You can find how to connect with it on my website, which is iamdeewallace.com. And there's also bunches of great stuff on there about any subject you want to find more peace about and move into your path. We have, monthly webinars that we do, and I do private sessions every day.
Oh, that's great.
From all over the world. So, and then I'm working on my films. So it's a lovely and varied career, and I like it.
Yeah, I've listened to episodes and stuff, and I just love, going back to what you were saying before. I love how you have these sides of you. You got this, this very almost, Zen-like, healing side, but you also have this dark side with the horror movies and the swearing and stuff. And I think that's great. That makes you a very interesting, three-dimensional person.
Well, I'm certainly not dull, and I'm certainly authentic. And I will own that. I'm authentic and truthful, and I tell you like it is.
Yes, absolutely. Have you ever thought about doing a podcast where you and other horror actresses sit around having girl talk?
No.
Because I can imagine...
I'll think about it, though.
Yeah, I can imagine you doing that and just having everybody hysterically laugh.
Well, I'm sure we'd have some stories, for sure.
Yeah, what's her name? Adrienne Barbeau just started one. It's on Shudder. I don't get Shudder, but she's had like Barbara Crampton and a couple other horror actresses on there, and just talking about the industry and how they were treated back in the day by men and stuff like that. And I heard it's really good. I hope she keeps doing it.
Well, yeah, anything Adrienne does is good and classy. So I wish her well with that.
Yeah, maybe she'll invite you on soon.
She better. She better. I'll call her. I'll find her. I'll get her.
This is the fun part of the show now, Dee. This is a game that I like to play with guests, and how this works.
Oh, dear God. I'm so bad at these things. Okay.
It's easy. It's like a girl slumber party questionnaire thing. This is how it happens. So I ask a question, you answer it, then you ask me that same question, and I answer it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Dee, are you ticklish?
Absolutely everywhere. Are you ticklish?
I am not only ticklish, I am baby ticklish.
Exactly.
Yeah. A few people have been known to get hit in the groin by me.
That bad, huh?
Yeah. What is your favorite part of the body?
Of my body or a body?
A body.
A body. I think the eyes.
The eyes. That's a good one.
What's the favorite part of the body for you?
I have always loved the belly button.
Well, I like some belly buttons. Some of them are ugly. Come on.
Yeah. Mine used to be really cute, and then when I had my surgeries after my car accident, I got scars and everything. It's not as cute as it used to be.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But you love it anyway.
Yeah, well, it's funny. When I used to be on dating sites, and this one dating site gave me the option to say what I thought my best feature was. I said belly button.
Well, good. Claim it.
What color are your toenails painted?
Absolutely nothing right now. Usually pink. What color are your toenails painted?
Right now, they just have a clear coat. I just decided to be boring. When I saw you at Monsterpalooza back in April, I had blue-green on them. I don't know if you noticed.
I don't remember if I noticed.
Yeah, because Easter was coming, and so I wanted to do an Easter themed,
I
color.
see. Little egg toes. I got it.
Yeah. And my favorite question, is there a stinky smell that makes you gag?
Oh, liver and onions. Can't do it. Can't do it at all. Is there a stinky smell that makes you gag?
Yeah, the first 6 months that I was out of the hospital, I had really bad athlete's foot.
Ew.
Yeah.
Is athlete's foot stinky?
Oh, it is the worst ever.
Really? I had no idea. I don't think I've ever had it, so I didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, I won't get it now for sure.
Yeah, as long as you take care of your feet, you won't get it. I mean, it's funny. I did sports in high school, and I never got it once. And then the last month I was in the hospital, I didn't give the nurses a very good reason to like me. I was very grumpy from the medication and very depressed, after I suffered a traumatic accident. And so they just didn't want to go near my socks and change them because I was just always angry. I was very curmudgeon.
Well, so you got back your own anger through your athlete's foot, didn't you, babe?
Yeah. Nothing that, soaking them and putting lotion on couldn't fix, though.
Yeah, I know.
Here's a couple of jokes you can tell your daughter. A couple anti-male jokes.
Okay.
Do you know why some men like to marry virgins?
Well, yes, but what is it?
Because they can't stand criticism. Do you know the difference between a golf ball and a woman's G-spot?
No.
A man will spend 20 minutes looking for a golf ball.
Yeah. Okay. Whoop. All righty.
Every woman I have told that joke to agrees. I love that one. So, do you have any upcoming convention appearances?
I do. I'm going to be in Kansas City in a couple of weeks in July. And, yeah, I have a lot of them upcoming. Of course, fall is our big time to do them. I can't remember them all, baby. I know I have a couple in Canada also that are coming up. I'm going to Germany for one. So it's a busy fall for the convention circuit. And of course this is all considering that I don't get a movie or something,
Yeah. I heard Canada's convention scene is really booming now.
Yeah, it seems to be. I mean, I did a couple last year and did really well there, and there's 2 more this year. But a lot of people want to have me back because of all the movies that are coming out.
Yeah, and of course they love you because you are awesome.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
I love meeting my fans. I love being with them.
Oh yeah, I mean every time I see you, I mean you're just talking away and you're just smiling and just being the personable person that you are.
Well, like I said, I really love it, and I love to hear the stories. I love to see the product. My God, you think after doing this for 25 years, I'd seen everything that was ever made, but nope. Almost every convention, somebody brings me up something, and I go, "Where the hell did you get this?" Right?
Right. Did they ask you to do Son of Monsterpalooza this year?
Yes, I think I did.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get confused between Monsterpalooza and Son of Monsterpalooza because they're both great shows.
Mm-hmm. You did the first one in April that I saw you at and stuff.
Yeah.
But
maybe that's it for the year this year then for them.
Yeah. I saw their lineup. They got a good lineup so far.
Well, good. When is it?
September 13th through the 15th.
Ah, okay. Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm. Well, Dee, I'm glad that you could come back on today. And just so you know, you are always welcome to come on. Even if you don't have anything to promote and you just want to have a laugh and talk, you are always welcome.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate the support.
My pleasure. My pleasure. And
we have a great evening, okay?
You too. And let's see, when do the movies come out?
3 from Hell will be out in September. Critters is out on Sci-Fi in October. I also have a movie, Dolls, coming out. And I don't know when Await the Dawn. I don't think they've got a schedule on that. And a family film called Renovation of the Heart that probably is going to be out next January.
Okay, great. I will keep an eye out for all of those. And you have yourself a great night.
I'm gonna. Thanks, honey. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Well, there you have it. Dee Wallace. Ain't she a sweetheart? Yes, she is. My first ever returning guest who sought me out. I just am so blessed and so grateful for that. Thank you, Dee Wallace. I love you. You are awesome. If you like this video, everyone, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Add me as a friend on Facebook. Join my Tommy Kovac comedian page on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram and all that fun stuff. Well, that's all the time we have this week on Splat from the Past. Until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying, there's no shame in living in the past, because the present sucks. Later, dudes!